Actually, Navadvip has been a place of significance for many hundreds of years, even before the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It was a great place of learning, going right back to the 12th century. It's been a place where many great sadhus have come and taught from Shastra. And of course we know it, at the time when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Navadvip, in his early days, in his early years, he himself was a scholar of Sanskrit learning. That in India there's actually many different languages. So we're now going to meet someone from Navadvip. Her name is Sunita. I want to get Mataji to help us to introduce us to Sunita.
নবদ্বীপ ধামে আপনাকে স্বাগত। আমার নাম সুনিতা, গঙ্গার তীরে একটি ছোট্ট গ্রামে থাকি।
Welcome to Navadvip. My name is Sunita and I live in a small village by the Ganges.
আমাদের জীবনযাপন খুবই সাধারণ। আমাদের পরিবার বহু প্রজন্ম ধরে এখানে আছে।
Our life is very simple. My family has lived here for many generations.
আমার পিতা একজন নৌকা চালক, প্রতিদিন সে গঙ্গা নদী পারাপার করে।
My father is a boatman who rows back and forth across the Ganges every day.
আমার মা
And my mother stays home and spins cotton.
রান্নাও করে।
She's a very good cook, and you're most welcome to visit our home for a meal during your stay.
Gauranga style display, and we're showing the traditional village living in Navadvip. Because again, we get new people who come here and they don't know much about India, so we're showing to them in this part of India, this is the traditional way of life. And we brought chatai here, all the way from Mayapur, which we constructed our hut. And we did our own gobar. We did this ourselves.
Gobar.
Yeah.
Srila Prabhupada first lived in a hut
Yeah.
like this.
When they got the land.
Yes, right near the main gate. It was the only dwelling there for a couple of years, I think.
What was the first year that you went to Mayapur, Prabhu?
78. I went there and I hang out with Brahmanandas, who was a Swami at the time. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a little bit of information about the textiles, which is, of course, one of the local industries, right from growing the cotton in the fields and producing the thread and then producing these garments out of local cotton, saris and gamcha. Over here, we talk to our guests about the significance of Navadvip for our tradition. So, of course, Mayapur Navadvip is the birth site of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just over 500 years ago. And we talk about Mahaprabhu's life, how in his early days he was a Sanskrit scholar. And then while he was still young, he went off to Gaya and he met his spiritual master Ishwara Puri. He came back to Navadvip, a changed person, full of this love for Krishna. And everywhere he went with his followers, he was encouraging everyone to take to the Krishna Kirtan movement, the chanting of Krishna's names. Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai.
Perhaps heard this.
Would they cook on the fire?
Yes.
Wow.
So many days I have seen them to do this.
I saw Prime Minister Modi's letter just around there. What did
Sure.
you-
He was present about 300 years after the time of Chaitanya. And we talk about how he was, not only was he a devoted follower of Chaitanya, but he was a scholar and a highly respected magistrate in the district magistrate in the law system of the day. Moving from Bengal down to the state of Orissa, we're on the coast. And Jagannath Puri is one of the Char Dhams. North, south, east, west, Char Dhams in the Hindu tradition. In the north, of course, Badri. South, Rameshwaram. In the east coast, Jagannath Puri. And in the west, Dwarka. You can do Char Dham Parikram.
Have you done your Char Dham Yatra?
I've never been to Dwarka. I've never been to Badri.
I just missed one. That okay.
You've done 3?
Mhm.
Wow. So I think in this lifetime you'll do your Char Dham.
Yeah, I will go there
Yeah,
next chance.
Yeah. So we talk here about we draw a connection with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that when he took to sannyas, he left his home in Navadvip and came down and made Puri his base. So there are many, of course, in Puri, aside from the Jagannath temple, there are many important sites connected with the Gauranga Mahaprabhu's tradition. And we're going to hear about those places now. And again, we look at the culture and tradition of Orissa, and we go through some of the features of tradition in this part of India. Ancient stone architecture, of course, the Jagannath Puri temple itself dates back to the 12th century. It's almost 1,000 years old. And that main tower of the Jagannath temple is 60 meters high, 200 feet high. Nobody really knows how that was constructed 1,000 years ago. So it's an architectural wonder. And we can even meet someone from Orissa as well.
जय जगन्नाथ
जय जगन्नाथ।
शांतनु मो पुरी रे रहे
Jai Jagannath. My name is Shantanu and I live in Puri.
आम सहर बंगोपसागर तटरे अवस्थित आउ एही राज्यर भाषा ओडिया
Our town is situated on the shore of the Bay of Bengal and our local language is Oriya.
पुरी सहर सबुज रंगरे भरपूर आउ कदली नड़िया गछरे अलंकृत
It is very lush and green here, with bananas and coconuts growing everywhere.
जगन्नाथ प्रभुकर मंदिर सहर मध्य अच्छी सबु वर्ष लक्ष लक्ष भक्तगण पुरी मंदिर को आसती और ठाकुर दर्शन कर जाती
The ancient temple of Jagannath is located right in the center of our town, and millions of people visit the temple every year. When you come to Puri, I will take you to see Lord Jagannath. You'll be amazed by his beautiful, smiling face and his huge eyes. Jai Jagannath.
Jai Jagannath. Anyone? India? You can see the Dasabchar and the chakra as well above Jagannath's temple. So auspicious as we go now. Would anyone here like to take darshan of Jagannath?
Yeah.
Jai Jagannath.
Jai Jagannath.
We have darshan of Garuda. We can take the blessings of Garuda ji before we enter the Puri Mandir.
Haribo.
Jai Jagannath.
Krishna.
You can get some footage of that.
Ah, Krishna.
There you go, you get some live footage, not live footage, you get some motion picture footage of Jagannath Rath Yatra. So here, in our Jagannath section, on the different walls, you have different elements of the visit to Puri. Over here we talk about Jagannath's temple. You can see pilgrims making their way in for darshan of Jagannath. How many today have been for Jagannath's darshan in Puri? Of course, Devashi. Srivasa, you've been? Wonderful.
They have also done a couple of
Your
times.
parents have been?
We have a beautiful temple there, just right near Haridas Thakur's Samadhi.
Yeah.
And we have beautiful deities of Radha Giridhari there. The temple is right on the road and it's extremely noisy there.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So here we have the actual size of Jagannath in his mandir. Can you see that?
Ah.
That's the actual size of Jagannath. He's known as Darupama, the Lord who is carved from Daru, from wood.
How Khaza is there?
Khaja.
Yeah.
Is this your favorite? So of course no visit to Puri is complete without Jagannath Mahaprasad.
Yeah.
That's where Jagannath mercy is to be found. And over here on this wall, we learn about the Rath Yatra. So we learn that every year they make the carts new. It takes them 3 months to build Jagannath's cart. The main street of Puri becomes a construction site while they build the carts. Each one of the carts has 16 big wheels. And the carts are made in a traditional way, no power tools, nothing modern. Same way the carts have been built for hundreds of years. And just to give you some idea, can you see the outline of the wheel on the wall? That's the actual size.
Of each
One
one.
at each wheel.
It's 16 of
Huge.
thing.
Huge. 16 on each cart. 3 carts. That's a lot. Yeah. Is that 48? You have to make 48 wheels. And then on festival day, they bring Jagannath, of course, from the mandir out to his rat cart. And then the king of Puri, he comes and he does his seva. He does sweeping with the Jaru seva before the Rath Yatra. And you've just been on Rath Yatra, of course, on Saturday. I know that. So.
Just last.
Siddhabaku, the ancient tree, under which Haridas Thakur would sit and do his bhajan. As we know, Haridas Thakur came to Puri to take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu was very happy. He gave Haridas Thakur a place where he could sit and do his chanting, his bhajan, because he could not enter the Jagannath Mandir. From that place, he could see the chakra on top of the Jagannath temple. And Mahaprabhu said, if you just take darshan of the chakra, it's non-different from sakshat darshan of Jagannath himself. So just sit here, be peaceful, do your job. Not only that, but every day Mahaprabhu himself would come to see Haridas Thakur, and he would bring with him Jagannath Mahaprasad. So in 3 ways, even though he could not enter Jagannath's temple, in 3 ways, Haridas Thakur was getting the blessings and the mercy of the Supreme Lord himself, in the form of the darshan of the chakra, in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is non-different from Krishna himself, and in the form of the Jagannath Mahaprasad. He was blessed. One day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came at noontime with the bhog offering, Raj Bhog, and he saw it was hot season, and the sun was beating down, and Haridas Thakur was just sitting doing his chanting. Mahaprabhu felt so much compassion for his devotee Haridas Thakur. So he reached to the plate of Mahaprasad, he took the, what you call toothpick, from the plate, Mahaprasad plate, put it in the ground, and immediately this bakul tree manifests to full maturity, giving shade over Haridas as he sat chanting. So this was the blessing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this tree is still present to this day, 500 years later. So when we come, this is a great soul who was present at the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Haridas Thakur. So this is a great personality. And we offer our respects to the Siddhabakul tree. You can see here some artifacts. When the branches fall, the local carvers, they made this beautiful carving of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We've got a carving here of Haridas Thakur, and Japamala carved from the wood of the Siddhabakul tree.
Ah, easy.
And we can also visit the temple of Tota Gopinath. So this is a very special darshan because we see Gopinath is sitting down in Padmasana. Usually when we see Krishna, he is Tribhanga like this, no? Yeah, you notice?
Yeah.
Krishna is sitting down. So this deity was discovered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself in the sand at Chatakpava.
Yeah.
This was at the time when Mahaprabhu was considering to leave Puri and go to Vrindavan. And his dear devotee, Gadadhara Pandit, he said to Mahaprabhu, please don't go. You'll break my heart. If you go, I will also go. And Mahaprabhu said, no. You have to stay because I gave to you Chatra Sannyas. So that means you have to stay in this dham. You can never leave. And Gadadhara Pandit said, but if you leave, I will leave my body if you depart from Puri. So that very moment, Mahaprabhu, he went, put his hand down in the sand, and he went like this, and he uncovered something black and round and shiny. You know what it was? It was the top knot on the head of Gopinath Ji. And Gadadhar Pandit was amazed. And together they uncovered the murti of Toda Gopinath. And originally, Toda Gopinath was standing like this, very, very big, tall deity. Mahaprabhu said to Gadadhar Pandit, you have taken Checha Sannyas, you stay here in Puri, you give your life to Gopinath. He will take care of you in all circumstances. I may be here, I may not be here.
Doesn't matter.
Gopinath will take care of you. So Gadadhar Pandit took that to heart. He gave his life in the service of Gopinath. Every day he was doing snan, he was doing shringar, he was doing bhog, arti, every day. Mahaprabhu left, so many great souls were leaving, and finally Gadadhar Pandit himself, his body was getting old. One day he came before Gopinath and he said, "My Lord, I'm sorry, I nearly finished. My body is now very old, my back is gone. I'm having trouble every day to do your puja seva. It's even hard for me now to get up to put the mala around your neck." At that moment, Gopinath Ji sat down in the Padma Asana to continue to take the seva of Gadadhar Pandit. So to this day, Gopinath is sitting like that. And that's a testimony to remind us that if we develop the heart of bhakti, like Gadadhar Pandit, there is nothing that the Lord will not do in reciprocation. He can do anything. He can give us ultimate protection. He can give us ultimate strength. He can guide us on the path back to
Vigraha nauto tumi sakshat Brajendra Kumar. Yeah.
Translation?
You are not the deity, you are Sakshat Brajendra Kumar. Yeah.
There's nothing the deity cannot do.
There was a small crack in Jayagopinath's knee where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left this world and entered into the body, simultaneously in Puri also.
And then of course we can visit the Gambhira. This is the place where Mahaprabhu would stay. There's a beautiful temple there as well. And this is Gopal Guru. So Gopal Guru was a young boy at the time when Mahaprabhu was in Puri. And it was Mahaprabhu who gave him the name Gopal Guru. Because he observed one day that Mahaprabhu was going to do his noon duties. And he saw that from a distance, a young boy Gopal was watching. He saw that Mahaprabhu was holding his tongue. So when Mahaprabhu came back, Gopal said, "My Lord, why is it that you had your hand to your tongue?" And Mahaprabhu said, "Oh, Gopal, you have to understand I have this problem. No matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing, my tongue is always resounding the name of Krishna. And even when I'm doing something that's unclean, like when I go at noon for my duties, I can't stop my tongue from chanting, so I have to hold my tongue." And the young boy Gopal, he looked at Mahaprabhu and he said, "But my Lord, the holy name of Krishna is Pavitra. No matter the circumstance, the place, the time, it does not matter. The holy name, in fact, it is the holy name itself which purifies any dirty place. Just as the sun, when it shines and evaporates, it does not discriminate between a pristine body of water and impure place. It will evaporate regardless. So in the same way, the holy name is always pure and should always be chanted, no matter whether you're Pavitra, Katopimam. So Mahaprabhu was listening, he said, very good. Gopal, today you have become my teacher. So from now on, you are Gopal Guru.
Haribol.
So Mahaprabhu stayed at Gambhira, which is actually the house of Kashishma Pandit. And later, after Mahaprabhu left, Gopal Guru became in charge. The deities here are called Shishi Radhakanta. He became in charge of their puja seva. And when Gopal Guru himself left, his dear disciple, whose name was Dhyan Chandra, he made a beautiful murti of Gopal Guru, which is still present to this day at Gambhira, overseeing, Gopal Guru remains overseeing the puja seva of Shri Shri Radhikanta. So whenever there's bhog or arati, they'll bring the murti of Gopal Guru into the puja room, and the pujaris have the mood that they're doing the seva on behalf of Gopal Guru. So, very special associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki
Jai.
Jagannath Puri Dham ki
Jai.
Everyone ready? We're going to go to our next place. You'll get the beautiful darshan of Sri Narasimhadev, Lakshmi Narasimhadev, in Puri style as we depart Puri. You can also find some of the places we've talked about on our interactive map. Sri Vrindavan Dham ki jai ho. Brajabhumi Sri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Everyone can come forward, please. Coming up to northern India, UP, to Vrindavan, the land of Krishna. This is the land where the Yamuna River flows. And here, of course, there are so many sacred sites related to Krishna's appearance and his activities in the land of Braj. We're going to meet someone from Vrindavan. Her name is Pushpa Mataji.
राधे राधे
राधे राधे
मेरा नाम पुष्पा है मैं बहुत खुश हूँ कि आप वृंदावन आए हैं
Radhe Radhe. My name is Pushpa. I'm so happy that you've come to Vrindavan.
मैं हिंदी बोल रही हूँ जो उत्तरी भारत में बोले जाने वाली मुख्य भाषा है हालांकि यहाँ वृंदावन में ब्रज भाषा भी बोली जाती है
I'm speaking Hindi, which is the main language of northern India, although here in Vrindavan we also speak Brajabhas.
मेरे पिताजी की गोपीनाथ बाजार नामक जगह पर एक छोटी सी दुकान है हमारे घर की छत से आप जमुना नदी देख सकते हैं
My father has a small shop in the market known as Gopinath Bazaar, and from the roof of our house you can see the river Jamuna.
यहाँ साल भर कई रंगीन त्योहार के दिन आते हैं और ऐसे अवसरों पर वृंदावन के मंदिर यात्रियों से भरे रहते हैं
There are many colorful festivals here throughout the year, and on such days the temples are packed with people. Please come and visit Vrindavan.
वृंदावन की यात्रा पर चलें
Watch out
पर
for the
बचकर
monkeys.
यहाँ के
who are
बंदर
very
बहुत
naughty.
शरारती हैं
They
वो
will
सब
steal
कुछ चोरी कर
anything
सकते हैं
they
जो
can
वो खा
eat.
सकते हैं
Jai
श्री
Radhe.
Jai Sri Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Sri Vrindavan Dham ki
Jai.
Everyone ready to enter the land of Krishna?
Jai.
How do you like our beautiful doors?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. They're hand painted by a devotee artist. He's originally from Israel.
Israel?
Israel. He came here and did this work.
Wooden door.
Yeah, we can go. So we know Vrindavan is a very mysterious place because it's the land of Krishna. He was here 5,000 years ago that Krishna, he appeared and manifested his amazing Braj Leela as Gopal, a young cowherd boy of Braj. So you're about to see the beautiful work of Jagatrini Mataji. She's an Australian Hare Krishna artist. And she lived in Vrindavan many, many years. Her husband, Burjan Prabhu, is a teacher in our organization. And in the 1980s, as a family, they were posted in Vrindavan. Burjan Prabhu established the Vrindavan Institute for Higher Education. And Mataji was teaching art, actually, in Vrindavan at that time. She would go out and she would hear from the local people the beautiful stories of Krishna. And it deeply touched her heart. When she had to come back to Australia, she was missing Vrindavan so much. And then one of her friends sent her a little gift. Can you see?
Yeah.
Chota Chota, little Krishna. And she thought, wow, I was missing Vrindavan so much, and Krishna has come to me. she was amazed. And she thought, this is incredible. She thought, what will be my saver for my little Gopinath? She calls him Gopinath. So she thought, what will be my saver for Gopinath? She thought, well, I'm an artist, so I will make for him his Vrindavan. So what you're about to see now is 15 years of her work. You can see her doing her miniature work here. You'll see 15 years of work on display. She never ever thought there would be a Secred India gallery. She didn't think you would all be coming to see what she has done. It was just her way of keeping in touch with Vrindavan and with her, offering some service to her little Gopinath. So we're now going to see Mataji's beautiful work, Krishna in Gallary. You have to come up nice and close. Everything is very small. So here we see Krishna. He's playing on his flute and he's capturing everyone's heart. The gopis, the gopas, cows. All the figures are individually handmade by Mataji. And then they're fired to make them hard in the oven and then hand painted. So you're going to see thousands of hours of her work. And we can hear the sound of Krishna's flute calling us to join him in Vrindavan. Krishna in Vrindavan. Now we come this side. This is called the peacock dance. Inside the matki, you can see Radha and Krishna dancing with the peacocks. So one day Krishna comes into the forest of Vrindavan and he sees a spot just like this, and Radha is sitting and she's watching the peacocks, and the peacocks are dancing. Krishna is looking, he looks at Radha, he looks at the peacocks. And then he says to Srimati Radharani, he says, "Are Radhe, who is the best dancer in the forest of Vrindavan? Is it the peacocks or is it me?" And Radharani looks at the peacocks, and she looks at her Krishna and she says, "It's the peacocks, everyone knows." Krishna says, "Really?" She says, "Yes, everyone knows the peacocks are the best dancers in this forest of Braj." "Okay, I'll show you." And then Krishna starts to dance. He's so expert. You see his beautiful cloth. It's like the peacocks. He does a very expert peacock dance. And he's feeling very proud, and he says to Radha, "So who is the best dancer in the forest of Braj? Is it the peacocks or is it me?" And he looks, peacocks, of course, everyone. So he grabs Radha by the hand and together they dance and the peacocks join in. And this is called the peacock dance, and that's what's depicted here in this work by Mataji.
This is in Varshana.
Varshana Dham. Huh. Yeah, that's Mokute.
Yeah, Mayakut. Yeah.
This is Jula, Radha Krishna Jula Yatra. So everywhere in Braj, there are Leela Sthans. Some places there's Ras Leela Sthan, this is Jula. Here. So these are depictions of Nitya Vrindavan. The Vrindavan we do not see with these eyes. Vrindavan of that world, Golok. Mataji has done these beautiful depictions. Julan Yatra here, some games taking place. Krishna on one side, Radha on the other side, and they're having some fun and games. Oops. And this is a beautiful bhajan, music. The gopis are doing bhajan for Radha and Krishna's pleasure. And this is...
what is that you said? What?
Oh, this is a challenge. On one side you have Krishna and the Gopa boys. On the other side is Radha with the gopis. And they're having a challenge who can win the game.
Okay, Pasha
And
Khela, right?
Whoever wins, you have to put forward whatever is your most valuable item, and whoever wins gets everything. So Radharani says, well, I have my deer here, Rangini. I'll put forward Rangini. And then she says to Krishna, so what are you going to put forward from your side? Krishna says, oh, I got nothing, I'm just a coward boy, what can I do? I don't have any, you know. And then Radharani, yes, you've got your flute. Oh, no, I can't put forward. Yes, come on, I put forward Rangini, you have to put forward your flute. So there's this beautiful exchange of love. Who do you think was the winner? Radharani, of course. And then Krishna tried to hide his flute. He tried to hide his flute behind his back, but he got caught.
Oh, well, he has 12 flutes after all.
Oh my God.
Beautiful.
Two details is there.
So this is the Vrindavan that you cannot see with these eyes. If we go to Vrindavan, we'll see so many people, lots of traffic, but that's just on the surface. Underneath is the realm of pure love.
Hidden treasure.
Hidden treasure.
What's this in the bottom here, in the back, in the little sort of jar on the stool, and the chunky there, at the bottom of the building?
Yeah, it could be like a container for some scented oils.
Uh-huh.
This is Manmanjan.
I don't think this is a specific place. It's just like a lila setting. Like this is also just taking prasad in a kunj. So these are like activities of loving seva that take place. And Mataji will make some place for her little Gopinath where he can also be present. Because this is her seva for her little Gopinath.
Krishna. There is 5 kinds of Vrindavan.
5.
Yeah.
Tell me.
One is Vrindavan in Golok. One is Vrindavan in that material world. And one is Sthapita Vrindavan. And before that Sthapita Vrindavan, someone carry Vrindavan in the heart of her, like Mataji. And one is Vrindavan is here, but it will be revealed when you qualified here only. That 5. You got 5? One
Sthapita means?
Sthapita means like this is Vrindavan now. This is Vrindavan by the Jagattarani Mataji. This is one Vrindavan. One kind of
Vrindavan.
Yeah, one like Radhanath Maharaj made Vrindavan in Govardhan Kubalis. That is Sthapita Vrindavan.
Even you're doing puja of Radha and Krishna, that must also be.
Yeah, so one is Sthapita Vrindavan. And before Sthapita, it is hidden in the heart of the devotee before established. So that is kind of 1, 2. Because the pure devotee always carrying Vrindavan in his heart. Like as Mahaprabhu said, Mera man hi Vrindavan hai. That is 2. And one is perfect Vrindavan in the Golok. And one is Vrindavan we see in the eyes. But that Vrindavan, it will be when you become qualified different Vrindavan. That is 1, that 5.
Wow. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Monkey there as well.
Watch out. Twice I lost my specs. Oh, I got back both times.
Yeah, you have to give some
Damage.
juice and something.
So this section is dedicated to Srimati Radharani. Here we have the Janma Leela in Raval. The Janma Stan of Radha is Raval. So this is where Vrishabhanu Maharaj was living with his wife Kirtida Sundari, and they were desiring a child, and child was not forthcoming. One day, Vrishabhanu Maharaj went down to bank of Jamuna. He saw a beautiful golden lotus on the bank of Jamuna. He looked, and inside the lotus was a beautiful baby girl. She was Gorangi. He thought, wow, Jamuna has fulfilled our desire. He took the baby girl, he brought her back up to his bhavan. Everyone was overjoyed. But then they noticed one thing. You know what they noticed?
He couldn't see.
It was as if the child was blind. And they thought, oh my God. At that very moment, Devarshi Narad came. Narad Muni. He came and he saw everything. He knew straight away. And he said to everyone, you should not be disturbed, because whatever are the gifts of God, you should accept. So be happy, celebrate the birth of this young child. So they took Narad's advice to heart, and they organized for the celebration for the appearance of the baby girl Radha. And they called for everyone to come from around the area, including they called for Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda to come from Gokul. They were in Gokul at this time. They called for them also to come, and they brought with them little Balakrishna, little Kanai. And when little Balagopal came up close to the bed of the baby Radha, at that very moment, she opened her eyes. In Golok, he went to Srimati Radharani and said, time for us to go. She said, what? I don't want to go anywhere. We're in Golok of Vrindavan. Why would we go anywhere? No, he says, it's my role in universal creation. I periodically, once in a day of Rama, I have to go to earth. She said, but I don't want to leave Vrindavan. Krishna, I'll bring Vrindavan. And then she said, really? She said, of course. And she said, Jamuna? Jamuna? She said, yes, of course, Jamuna will come.
Govardhan?
Giriraj Govardhan? Yes, of course, Govardhan will come. Then she said, all right, in that case, I will also come, but only on one condition. I will come as long as the very first thing that I will see will be your beautiful smiling face. Krishna said,
I heard one sloka from Padmavali, Rupa Goswami's sloka. It was so wonderful. I think after that pastimes, once more time, Krishna came in Radharani's house. And Radharani came in Krishna's house. Sorry. Krishna came in Radharani's house. And Radharani is sleeping in a bed. And there is all the seniors is there, like Yashodama, Kirtidama. So how Krishna, they cannot talk even. So how Krishna reciprocate with Radharani? Then one light coming, sunlight comes by the window, and Krishna put his head like that. He's moving little, moving. And Radharani's lotus feet touching his head shade. Rupa Goswami is saying. So then when the shade is touching Radharani's lotus feet, shadow, and then Radharani shouts. She really vibrates. How Krishna can do that to me? Then Radharani wanted to reciprocate with Krishna. So then Radharani is just slowly his hand, he is doing that way. That the shadow is coming to her head, and Radharani's gesture is like hugging Krishna. So then Krishna felt so good that Radharani is also reciprocating. So Rupa Goswami explained that after that, of course they are children and they cannot do anything in front of all the seniors, but they reciprocate that rasa in childhood.
Ashana Dham here, Sankarikur. This is interactive. You can read the story from 1 to 12. The story of Sankarikur. Krishna comes and he gets up to some mischief. You can read, Mataji.
Every day the gopis would carry pots of milk through Sankari Kaur. One day, playful Krishna climbed a hill and aimed a rock. He smashed a gopi's pot and yogurt poured down all over her body. Angry, the girls went to Srimati Radharani, who said, "Go again with your pots through Sankarikar."
So Radharani's got a plan. Do you think Krishna will walk into her plan? Do you think he'll be caught? We'll see.
We shall all hide and watch for him.
Good plan, eh? We're going to hide and wait for Krishna.
If he tries the same mischief again, we will jump out and capture him.
Ah, he's being caught by the love of the gopis.
Then we'll make him place a pot on his head.
Now it's his turn. You have a close look. What have they done with Krishna? Can you see? They dressed him up just like Gopi, no? It's his turn. The Supreme Lord who cannot be caught by anyone. He's beyond the boundaries of even the rope of Mother Yashoda. But he can be bound only by love.
And so he knows how we feel.
So he's reciprocating here with the love of the gopis. And he's now going to get some of his own medicine.
We'll give him some of his own medicine.
Now it's his turn.
Then he will understand that he should never mistreat us again.
So at the end here you can see Krishna is bowing down to Sri Radha, taking her Ashirvad, because today she has completely defeated him. In a place called Java. And this was where Radharani goes when apparently she's been offered in marriage to Abhimanyu, and she's just thinking, when again I can be with my Krishna, but there are many obstacles. There's the mother-in-law, her name is Jyotila, sister-in-law, Kotila, and grandmother also,
Really?
Mukara. You can see here, Mukara comes one morning, you can see there, the second one. Can you see Mother Mukara? And she's pointing to she's pointing to Srimati Radharani, and she's saying, "Ari, Radha, how come the veil that you're wearing on your head is a yellow color? You don't wear a yellow veil." Because we know why Radharani has a yellow veil this morning, right? Because last night she was with Krishna and accidentally she's taken the wrong cloth. And then the gopis are so expert.
Switched off from
The gopis are so expert that they start laughing. And they say, "Ari Mukara, come on, you're an old lady." Is it back on?
Yeah.
You're just an old lady and your eyesight's no good. And can you see the sun is coming in the window? It's just making the cloth look like it's yellow, but and they're laughing. Mukara is a bit confused, and very quickly they change the cloth back to the colour that Radharani wears. So they're very expert to assist in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Meanwhile, Radharani receives her seva from her intimate devotees in the morning, just as we serve Radha and Krishna, bathing and dressing, so Radharani has been served. And then she gets to hear the news coming from Nandagram, what Krishna has been doing that morning, and she gets an invitation. What do you think why do you think they're calling for Radharani?
She's the best cook.
Everyone in Braj knows that Radharani has been blessed by
Durvasa
Muni. So Durvasa Muni came to Braj, he was doing tapas, and Radharani came and did some very humble seva for the great Rishi, and he said, "I will bless you. I bless you that whomsoever you will cook will live a long and healthy life and be strong and vibrant in their living." So everyone in Braj knows that Radharani has been blessed. So they're all calling for Radharani to come and cook for their household, including Mother Yashoda. She just wants Radha to come. So every day Radharani journeys all the way from Java to
Nandagaon
to cook in the kitchen of Mother Yashoda. Srimati Radharani ki jai. Now, can you look this way, Jagat Prabhu, and see where we're going next? See if you've got any idea. Any guess?
Govardhan.
Shri Giriraj Govardhan ki jai. Ooh. Namaste Girirajaya Shri
Govardhan
Govardhan
Namine
Ashish Krishnashaya Paramanandadayine
Paramanandadayine
Shri Giriraj Maharaj ki
Jai.
Giriraj Dharan ki
Jai. My God.
So here on the far side we have the Anakut. You can see everyone, all the Brajbasis have prepared a wonderful offering to Giriraj. You can see the Anakut offering, and all the Brahmanas are doing Homa and Puja. Everyone's very blissful. At the conclusion of the Puja, they did a parikram of Giriraj. Everyone became happy, but one person was not happy.
Indra.
There was one person who was very upset. Every year, on the day of the Indra Puja, Indra will send his servants to Braj, and they're in disguise. They look just like Brajbasis. Why does he send them? Because he knows on this day there will be Indra Yagya, and the amazing mithai, the sweets of the cows of Braj will be offered to Indra on this day, and he should have his servants bring back the Mahaprasad. So on this occasion, the servants come back, Indra's there, in Indra Loka, and he says, so, how did it go? Where is the prasad for my... Nothing. Did they do a puja today? Yes. So? Maharshi, the puja was not done for you today. Instead of doing the puja for you, they did the puja for Govardhan. And Indra said, what? You mean instead of worshipping me, they worshipped a rock? He was so upset. Because this Leela is all about Abhiman, a false pride, that we all develop when we come to this material world. And Krishna smashed the Abhiman of Indra. For 7 days, Indra tried to defeat Krishna. Nothing he could do within his power. After 7 days, and Indra started to think, what's going on? This can't be just some ordinary young boy. And he went to some of the other devatas. He went to Nishji, Balaji. And they said, oh my God, this is terrible. This is our Lord. Right now he's just doing his Nara Leela. So he looks like a little Gopa boy. But actually this is our Lord, and this is the Lord of the three worlds. You've done something terrible. And Indra said, oh, well, what should I do? And they said, there's nothing you can. The only thing you can do if you offend an important personality, you must go and get down in the dust before that person and offer your apology. So we know that Indra came to Braj, and here at the final display you will see Indra's apology. You can see Indra, he's come on Airavata. And who did he bring with him? Surabhi from Surabhi. He got advice. Takes Surabhi with you, because Krishna's right now he's acting like in his Leela as a coward boy, and he'll be so pleased when he sees Surabhi. So Indra brought Surabhi with him.
After the Surabhi was in Vrindavan?
No, she goes back.
Oh, really?
Because she's a resident of Swaga.
So Krishna didn't accept that.
But all the cows of Braj, they're connected with her.
Actually, even though I come to know about this Leela so many times, I couldn't visualize how actually Krishna was holding the whole Govardhan, and how people were standing beside him. Right. But here I can see Mataji as vanished all my confusion.
In Ananda Vrindavan Champu, it's described that underneath the hill is it's like an incredible transcendental realm. It's not like a hill's lifted up and there's dirt and rock everywhere.
Not messy and
like this. Always Krishna's friends, they're just having fun. No problem.
Krishna is on the corner.
They weren't interested in this, you know.
Oh, one is jumping from the top with a cord.
Oh, he's jumping like that.
Yeah. So
They
you
were
see,
so desperate.
they're not interested in this, you know,
Material things.
this guy who comes from with his crown and all his eyes all over his body. They weren't even fascinated because they're enjoying with Krishna every
It
day.
is explained that how Krishna gave so strong punishment to Brahmaji to taking or kidnapping the boy, his hard boyfriends and calves. But for Indra, he did not give any punishment. Why? Jagatpran, can you guess?
No idea.
I heard one Roshi commentary on that. Because Brahma separated. And Indra, he put them together for 7 days and night. Radharani ko Krishna ka saath, Gopi ka saath.
Yeah, I heard Tamal Krishna Maharaj explain that there are many reasons why Krishna lifts Govardhan Hill. Can you tell us one reason why Krishna lifts Govardhan Hill?
Yeah, as Mataji was telling this year during...
Tell us.
yeah,
Why did Krishna lift Govardhan Hill?
So because whatever Leela he was doing, he couldn't get everybody together.
That is very deep. That
So
is,
you can start with the basic principle that
Yeah.
he did,
Reason by.
things that he is achieving. So that the internal reason why he lifted Govardhan Hill was because every day in his daily pastimes, he leaves Nandagal, he goes out into the forest to brush with the cows and the boys. He breaks the hearts of everyone that he leaves behind in Nandagram. All day they're just, when again we'll see our Krishna. When will he come?
They are blaming Brahmaji.
So he's thinking, how I must have such a terrible heart. Every day I'm doing this to my dear devotees. So then he enacts this Leela because he brings all the Brajbasis under the hill with him for 7 days, 24/7. They're just with Krishna. So in this way he reciprocates with everyone.
Mataji was telling this year during this Damodar.
Yeah, you got it. Oh. Kalyanag, Kalyadaman. Krishna dances on all the heads of Kaliya, and that way Kaliya is blessed.
It's a nice kadamba tree too, very
Beautiful.
realistic.
The Amrit put on that.
Yeah. So of course, Kaliya was being chased by Garud, and he hid in Jamuna. Because he thought, well, Garud will never come to look for me in Jamuna. It's the last place Garud would expect I would be. So he was hiding in Jamuna. No one knew he was there. And one day the boys came down, they drank some of that water, and of course they fell down as if they're finished from the poison of Kaliya. Krishna touched the boys on the head, brought them back to life. He climbed a kadamba tree, and he jumped into those dark waters. And everyone gasped, what has happened to our Krishna? We cannot see him. They did not know what was going on. And then, of course, Krishna came up out of those waters and he was in the coils of Kaliya, and again they gasped.
Do you know how long he is the coils of Kaliya inside the tree, inside the water? 2 hours. And why he not come out, you know? He was waiting for someone to come and show the dance. Guess who is not
Radharani.
coming? Yeah. When Radharani came, then Krishna making dance. Because otherwise there is no bellow of dancing, you know. Krishna no need stage. So he was waiting for Radharani, and actually that time Krishna changed his body little bit. He become little like some youths come to Krishna. Yeah.
So Kali was blessed, and he also prayed to Krishna, I'm sorry, I was born in the body of a Nag. What can I do? I can only act to my nature. But today you have blessed me, and now I just want to become your devotee.
Yeah, because
Early in the pastime.
Oh, okay, just as starting, the beginning. Everyone is anxious.
Very anxious. I was so worried.
I just wonder.
Expressions are everything. You can understand what exactly happening here.
Yeah.
This work here again, we're at Javat. If you remember, we described that when Radharani is staying at Javat, there are many obstacles. Krishna cannot meet Radharani, so he has to find many clever ways that he can meet with Radha. So one day, he comes to Javat, to the house of Jyotila and Kotila and Abhimanyu, and Krishna is in disguise. He's dressed up to look like Abhimanyu. And you know, Krishna is the master of all the arts. He's a master of song and dance and playing of flute. If Krishna puts on a disguise, nobody will know who he is.
Yeah.
So he comes dressed as Abhimanyu. And at this time, Abhimanyu's gone out for cow herding with his cows and his friends. And then when Jyotila and Kotila, and they see Krishna's coming, he looks just like Abhimanyu. And Jyotila says, Abhimanyu, what's happened? Why have you come? Where are the cows? And Krishna's thinking, I fooled her. And Krishna says, don't worry, I had to come quickly because I was out with the cows and I heard a rumor, there's a story going around, that the young dark boy from Nandagar, who's always up to something, he may come here today dressed up to look just like me. So I've come quickly, I'm going to go inside. And now if you see anyone who comes who looks like me, you know what to do.
কৃষ্ণ আগে দেখে পড়েছে ওই বন্যার মতো আর কি ওই যে উপরে দেখো আর কৃষ্ণ নিচে কয়ে গেছে যে আমার মতো একজন আসতে পারে আমার মতো সাহায্য তা ঢুকতে দিব না ওই বন্য আইসে নিচে আটকে দিছে
So Abhimanyu's come, he's come for lunch with his friends and the cows. He sees his mother, his sister, they're going crazy. They won't let him come close. They're throwing gobar at him. And he doesn't know what's going on. Meanwhile, Krishna's enjoying all the fun. And Abhimanyu's friends are looking at Abhimanyu, what's wrong with your mother today? What's happened here? Abhimanyu, I don't know. Maybe it's influenced by a Bhutto or something. I don't know what it is. And Krishna and Radha are enjoying all the fun. What do you
It's
think?
really wonderful.
Krishna is really chalu, huh?
Chalu.
And then over here we have what you can go inside to look, which is this is celebrating Janmashtami and Nandagar. So you can go and take darshan of Krishna on his Janmashtami day. Everyone has come and they've all brought something for Krishna for his birthday.
My God. Jai. It is not Navadev, it's better than Vrindavan. Better than even Go Vrindavan. Eh? Ah, Krishna.
These are original paintings done by Mother Rasanandini from Melbourne, Jamunaji, Giraj Govardhan. And this is Venugita from the 10th canto, 21st chapter. The incredible impact of Krishna's flute song, Venugita, 21st chapter of the 10th canto. In the windows you'll see Krishna playing on his flute. When Krishna plays on his flute, everyone and everything in Braj becomes captivated. So the cows who are grazing in the fields, their ears become like cups so they can drink the nectar of Krishna's flute song. And the birds that are in the trees, they're not jumping around branch to branch and chirping anymore. They become like munis, wrapped in meditation. The river Yamuna, which is flowing, that stops flowing and just laps gently at the feet of Krishna as he plays on his flute. And the clouds that are passing over Braj, they send forth light rain. Why do you think the clouds are sending rain? They're crying to hear the sound of Krishna's flute. Why do you think the clouds are crying? I'll tell you why. Because they're not Brajbasis. They have to move on. Clouds come and go, no? They move with the wind. And they've come over Braj and Krishna is playing his flute. And they're crying because they know they have to go on with their journey. So their hearts are broken. So the clouds are crying when they hear the sound of Krishna's flute.
Yeah.
It's a massive artwork here.
Yeah, this is called Krishna Comes Home. Can you see Krishna and Balaram there?
Yeah.
This is at the end of the day, they're making their way back to
Krishna goes away, does it go?
They've been out all day for Goraksha. It's called Uttara Ghosh at the end of the day. Krishna and Balaram are making their way home. In fact, as we heard earlier, everyone's just been waiting. When again we'll see Krishna? When we'll see his smiling face? They see on the horizon the dust, the Goduli. And they know where the dust is from, right? From the hooves of the cows. And then they hear the sound of the flutes and the bugles as the boys are bringing the cows back. And they think, wow, they're getting closer. And then you know what the next thing they hear? It's a song that the boys are singing. And you know what the songs are about? What Krishna has been doing that day in the forest of Braj. They're singing songs. What demon he killed, that was sung by Kamsa. And what fun they had with Krishna.
Glorification for the first time.
They're singing beautiful songs about what happened that day in the forest of Braj. And then finally they come, they make their way back. Everyone is overjoyed to again be with Krishna.
Mataji count all the Brajavasis here.
Yeah.
She counted. He put everyone, did not miss anyone.
1 minute, we'll come back and do some.
Joy. তুমি তোমার মোবাইল দিয়ে 4K সবগুলো ভিডিও করতে হবে সুন্দর করে।
তোমার কটার সময় দেখছি? তবু সময় নাই এত বেশি। একদিন আসতে
তোমার মোবাইলটা আমার কাছে দাও, আমি করে নিচ্ছি।
চাইতে হবে এখন।
কয়টা বাজে? কয় মিনিট লাগবে আমার? 5 মিনিট লাগবে।
5 মিনিট হবে?
তো প্রত্যেকটা 1 মিনিট।
The beautiful Ras Leela in 4 displays, starting with the Vashaharam, Chirga. The young gopis have come down to bank of Jamuna. In the cold season, they're doing the Katyani Vrat. They've been told by their parents to do Vrata so they can get a good husband. But we know that the gopis are only praying for one thing.
Krishna.
That they can be with their Krishna. So to reciprocate with those gopis, Krishna comes, and what does he do? He playfully steals their vastra, their cloth, and he climbs the tree. And then he's calling for those gopis to come. And the gopis are saying, Krishna, we cannot come. We are chaste young girls, and you're a boy, and we cannot. And actually what Krishna is doing, he's testing how deep is their devotion. Are they ready to cross over all of the boundaries of culture, etiquette, dharma? And of course the gopis pass that test, come out of those waters. And they say to Krishna, we only know you, you are everything. And Krishna says, today you have won me with your devotion. I cannot do anything to repay you. But I promise you one thing, in the very near future, I will fulfill the deepest desire of your heart. So, Sarad Purnima, and Krishna goes down to bank of Jamuna, Vamsivat, he plays on his flute and he calls all those same gopis to join him for the beautiful Maharas, Ras Leela. And in this way he fulfills the desires of the gopis. No matter what they're doing, when he plays on his flute, they drop everything and they come. And still Krishna tests them when they come. He says, wow, what are you doing here? This is a dark, dangerous forest.
It's so bad to come at midnight to meet one other
And
Purush.
They're saying to Krishna, Krishna, what else could we do? When you play your flute, we hear our names as if you're calling just only to us. So nothing we can do, we drop everything, we come. In this way, Krishna is just catching their hearts.
It looks like it's not only rotating, it's also swinging. Is it?
It's very mystical. Very mystical.
I saw several times it's swinging as well.
Who can say what is Krishna's potency?
Look, now it's swinging.
So, who knows? And Krishna is so expert, each gopi thinks Krishna is dancing only with me.
Vikriritam Brajabadhum Idam Cha Vishnu.
And here at the end we have the darshan of Radha and Krishna and the Astasakis. Because we should never think that all of these leelas are just the leelas of some young boy enjoying with girls, but no, this is a supreme Swam Bhagavan Sri Krishna. This is his manifest leela in Braj, and these are his intimate associates.
Amazing.
Sri Vrindavan Dham ki
Jai.
Jai Vrindavan Dham ki